Overclockers, my name's Bryony and welcome to another episode where I bring you the latest gaming and tech news. This week's BIOS update stories are all about new game announcements, an exciting update for Baldurs Gate 3, rumours on an Intel buyout, free games and much more. So let's get into it. Kicking things off with the gaming chapter and Baldurs Gate 3, which now has real-time combat, all thanks to the recent introduction of official mod support. Yes, if you're tired of the turn-based combat system, modder TinyBike has completely overhauled the gameplay. This allows you to take control in real time, speeding up fights, but also making them wild. Right now, the mod is a little bit janky, with everything seeming pretty unbalanced and enemies attacking much too quickly and no working AI for companions. That means you do have to think really fast and actually solo everything. However, the pause feature is now working and the sections with dialogue are functioning as expected. The modder describes their work as very bare bones right now, and it's not really ready for use in the campaign yet, but the gameplay demo does look surprisingly good, and if you want to try it for yourself, the mod titled Brawl is available to download on GitHub. It is 100% free and open source, so you can test it, change it, etc. It looks like TinyBike is planning to release regular updates and fixes along the way, so give it a couple of months and this might just be one of the best mods yet for Baldurs Gate 3. Moving on to our next gaming story, which is all about the future of game engines, or more specifically, the upcoming Unity 6. Unity recently announced the global release as the 17th of October and showed off some impressive visuals in the 4.5-minute real-time cinematic demo. The 4K showcase, titled Time Ghost, was powered by an Intel i9 processor and unsurprisingly an RTX 4090. It was created by a long list of talented developers to highlight the advancements in visuals, complexity, and machine learning. The engine will offer developers greater control over their game's visuals, simplified multiplayer game development, and exciting tools with more stability and better performance. The rendering of grass, clothing, and human hair is particularly impressive, and one of the scenes has 12 million instances of vegetation, all achieved using DOTS technology, which is a huge leap forward when it comes to optimization in complex games. It now looks like Epic's Unreal Engine 5 has some real competition, and the overall reception from game developers has been positive. However, for many, it's hard to forget Unity's previous decision to screw them over by attempting to implement a per-install runtime fee, which thankfully has now been ditched entirely from its plans. Moving on to our final gaming story, which is that Sony's latest PlayStation State of Play aired earlier this week, and there was plenty of games shown off that are coming to other platforms as well. Hell Is Us is due next year, and the upcoming third-person action-adventure game released a new trailer that shows off plenty of gameplay. You can even wishlist it on Steam right now. 10 years after the original, we're getting a sequel to the arcade MMO called Chronicles. This online action RPG is set 50 years after the original story and looks fantastic. Add it to your Steam wishlist now, with the release set for 2025. The Alan Wake 2 Lake House DLC got a new trailer, and we now know the expansion is coming in time for spooky season this October. Fantasian Neo Dimension is a turn-based mystery dungeon RPG all about saving the world from machine infestations. You'll be able to play on PC from the 5th of December, with pre-orders open now for $44.99. The upcoming Dragon Age The Veilguard made an appearance, with BioWare showing off more gameplay and a mage build deep dive to help build up hype before the launch on the 31st of October. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 are getting a remastered version, with the PC launch set for the 10th of December. Towers of Agasper is a new open world experience in which you'll need to explore and craft in a fantasy world full of bizarre creatures. In a new trailer, it got a confirmed November 2024 early access release date. Monster Hunter made a big appearance at State of Play, and the Monster Hunter Wilds release date was announced at the show as the 28th of February. The hack-and-slash RPG Dynasty Warriors is coming to PC very early next year on the 17th of January. LEGO and Horizon is not a crossover that I expected, but Horizon Adventures is now a thing, and you'll be able to play from the 14th of November. Finally, one of the biggest announcements is that Horizon Zero Dawn is already going to be getting a remaster, and from the 31st of October, you'll be able to play an even prettier version of the already stunning game. When I learned about our first hardware story, I immediately thought there is no way this will happen, but it's interesting nonetheless, and I'd love to hear your thoughts about Qualcomm buying Intel. Yes, apparently Intel has been approached by fellow chip giant Qualcomm about a possible takeover. Qualcomm and Intel compete in several markets. However, Qualcomm, unlike Intel, doesn't manufacture its own chips and instead relies on TSMC or Samsung, making Intel's substantial foundry business a tempting purchase, especially as Intel is in line to get up to $8.5 billion of grants for factories in the US. Of course, a potential deal is likely to be blocked by antitrust and national security worries. Other giant acquisitions have been stopped in the past, such as Singapore-based Broadcom's bid to buy Qualcomm for more than $100 billion in 2017. And NVIDIA's attempted purchase of ARM was called off in 2022 following pressure from the FTC and regulators in Europe and Asia. Qualcomm's interest comes at a time when Intel shares are down 53%, marking its fall from grace as the most valuable chip company in the world. Nevertheless, Intel is still worth around $93 billion compared to Qualcomm's $188, meaning this deal might be one of the biggest mergers in tech history. Unless this is all just speculation, of course. Our next hardware story this week is great news if you are looking to upgrade your graphics card. It's NVIDIA's Deals Week. That means some great savings on RTX 40 series GPUs. We have an RTX 4060 for just $254.99, cheaper than MSRP, and it's an overclocked MSI card with a neat, compact, all-black cooler design that's sure to fit in the majority of PC builds, and also deliver great 1080p gaming performance. If you want to really treat yourself and have the cash to splash, the RTX 4080 Super is now available for under £1,000. This powerful GPU will run pretty much anything with maxed out graphics and fabulous tech like DLSS 3 and ray tracing. I love the slim, sleek cooler design from MSI, and it even comes with a free copy of Star Wars Outlaws, so you can test out the performance with a brand new game. There are loads of other offers available until next week, so if you're looking for an upgrade, I'd seriously consider jumping on one of these 40 series deals at these bargain prices, as these cards will still be plenty powerful gaming GPUs for some time to come. Moving on to the blog chapter, where I'm kicking things off with everyone's favorite free games. Our regular blog has been updated once again, and here's some of my top picks. Over on the Epic Games Store, you can get your hands on The Spirit and the Mouse until the 3rd of October. This cute narrative puzzle adventure game lets you explore a quaint French village as a mouse on a mission to restore light and therefore happiness to its inhabitants. Really cute. It does sound a little bit weird, but the gameplay looks fun and well, it's free. Have an Amazon Prime account? Don't forget to claim this month's freebies, including Tales from the Borderlands, Borderlands 2, Borderlands the pre-sequel, Lego The Hobbit, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Lord of the Rings, Kerbal Space Program, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and many, many more. There seems to be loads of games available to add to your library on Epic and GOG, and they're available through to the end of September. There's even more free games available on our blog, so head over there for the full details. Thanks for watching this week's episode of BIOS Update. Make sure to leave me a comment below what you think of those Intel and Qualcomm rumours. Remember to like, subscribe, and why not check out one of our other videos, such as our 40 series review if you're thinking of making the most of those NVIDIA deals. I'll see you again in the next one.